Alright, and we are now live. Sorry. Microphone was not cooperating. But we are good now. Currently, we're tracking soon to be Tropical Storm Bertha. Here in about 5 o'clock, we should get an update from the National Hurricane Center. So, right now, we're kind of just waiting on that. You can see the bands here. It is starting to strengthen. So, it is going to be approaching tropical storm strength. You can see that rotation. We push it out maybe to 100 frames. So that's going to be from quite a while ago. But you can see how this thing is progressed once it loads. In the next year, hopefully. I mean, but I'm pushing it back a while. It's going to take a bit. So there we go. Alright. But you can see that is the past while. And you can really see that rotation of the storm. We're using Radar Omega as one of the best programs out there. So check it out for yourself. Later today, we're checking out a dangerous possible tornadic system. Right now, we don't have nothing really. We have a tornado watch in effect for most of Iowa, a lot of Iowa, nearly, I would say half a state, probably, in that corner of Wisconsin. So yeah, today's gonna be a busy day. Right now, we're just gonna kind of be waiting for this to get updated. So switch over to the satellite. Infrared. Lost 21 frames. You can see it there. And those colored flashes right there, that is lightning strikes. Those flashes in the storm. Can we change that or? Ugh, I don't like that. Put it back to normal. But that's the satellite right now. You can see we have these storms up here, which are starting to be very tall. So we'll just have to see how that unfolds. So yeah, busy day ahead of us. So we're gonna be here a while. We will take intermission breaks. So in between things, we're gonna probably stay on to the next update. Then we'll wait for things to get going up in the northern area. The next update should be in about 14 minutes, roughly. See if I can find any Hurricane Hunter data to maybe tell you how strong the storm is. So, let's see. Trying to see. Is there any Hurricane Hunter data I can get in here? I don't think there is any right now. So nothing new or anything I can report on currently till that update. You can see this is a decent sized storm. It really is. And it's starting to spin pretty good. Today we also have a chance of seeing an isolated tornado or two. In this coast Big Bend region of Florida. So you're gonna have to check that out. We're watching for quick spin ups, mainly water spouts coming on shore. But you can see here a bunch of storms caused by this tropical system up on the east side and central part of Florida as well. Up in the Carolinas, you have some storms, severe thunderstorm warnings across the region. Those are going to be generally headed east. We also have our storms out in the Pacific. We can check up on that. Maybe. So that's post-tropical Elda. It's heading up towards California. When it gets there, that's going to be a bunch of rain, really. Where did I send that to? Oh. I'm trying to see what I can do here. There we go. And this is our one down in the Pacific. It's about to form into Hurricane Vosto. This is a big time storm down here. It's going to be a Cat 2, maybe Cat 3. So yeah, pretty active right now. Also, two areas of possible development, 20% chance south and west of Hawaii. And then we also have a chance south of Mexico. So, we'll have to see how that works out. And then, of course, you have our storm over here. So, we'll just have to see how this all unfolds. Put that back to the United States. There we go. So, we'll be back to you whenever we have something to tell you. Alright, in about 6 minutes we should get an update from the National Weather Service, so we'll be waiting for that as time goes on. I'll go ahead and check right now, make sure they haven't already done it. But last time I checked, they haven't upgraded it yet. So that's good. Currently it looks to be the same. Last sustained winds 35 miles per hour. Currently our storm surge predictions are gonna be the highest I'm seeing from the National Hurricane Center is gonna be 3 feet down there in Louisiana near the Mississippi River. So storm surge won't be too severe this storm, hopefully. But we still need to be being careful out there because there's no guaranteeing. So we'll just have to see how this unfolds. Now I'll send you to a live feed of Catawba, North Carolina briefly. This here is the nope, wrong one. Current outlook you can see. I'm not sure if you can see in my cursor, but right there on the far right side, that X is the current location of the storm as of the last outlook, and for the next 2 minutes we should be getting a new one, so we can get you some new information on that. See, I must check, make sure it has not come out yet, because if it has, we can go ahead and update that. It does not look to be like it's updated yet. So, yeah. Should be doing it. Should be upgrading any second now. So. 1 minute till the estimated update time. So. I believe I referred to it as the Gulf of Mexico. Sorry, it's the Gulf of America now. Well, depending on who you ask, at least. I think it just updated. Not sure, but I believe it has just now updated. Let me double check on that. 4 p.m. Monday. Okay, is that's different, right? Yeah. Okay. 1 second. I'm updating this. So it remains currently a depression. I'll go ahead and put that latest graphic up there. There we go. It remains a tropical depression until roughly, I would say, 8 o'clock tonight. Let's double check on that. It is expected to become a tropical storm around midnight tonight now. Currently, winds are sustained at just under 40 miles an hour. Highest I just saw was 36. So it is approaching tropical storm status, but it is not there yet. And we did just get a tornado warning, so let's go check that out. So this is going to be a tornado warning, alright, for the town of Arlington Dyke, Wellsburg, Holland, Grangery Center, Morrison, Rhinebeck, Trader, Lincoln, Hudson, Dyke, Parkersburg, Stout. We're going to be taking shelter. This is a very dangerous situation now. A tornado warning is in effect, alright? So let's go ahead and check out the velocity here, wind speeds, and direction. Maybe. Why is that not working? There we go. You can see right there, our couplet's going to be near the 150th Street, 140th Street, and 130th Street. That's going to be right about where this thing is, okay? So we do need to be taking action. We're taking shelter if we're ahead of this thing. Tornado could be trying to come down. Situation is starting to get serious out here now. So we do need to be taking shelter as this continues on. Tornado warning remains in effect. Let me just put this onto that other graphic. Maybe. If it would work. There we go, I got it to work. Nope. Nope. There we go. Everything's fixed now. That was on my end, I messed up. But latest scan just came in, we'll check that out. On the velocity, wind speeds, and direction. So our couplet's going to be right about here. That is where it is located, alright? So let's go ahead and put a polygon around that. Maybe, if I could do it correctly. Still failing. You know, let's do it the old-fashioned way, because I don't know. Because I'm clearly not doing that correctly. Let's put it like that, so I can do it, actually. The way it's supposed to work, if I would ever figure it out. Okay. Okay. How fast is this storm going? It is moving at 50 miles per hour. So it is going pretty fast. Okay, recalculate that. So it's going to be in the town of Rhinebeck by 4:25 Central Standard Time. Morrison by 4:21. So this thing is going to be approaching town. It's right in here. Rotation is strong, so we do need to be taking shelter right now. If we're on the path of this thing, we don't want to risk it. As this system continues on. Okay? I do not want to enter full screen. Thank you. But we do need to be taking shelter right now. In the path of this system. At least if you're in the Rainbeck, take shelter for the next 39 minutes at least, okay? Currently, the situation is 1 tornado warning, 9 severe thunderstorm warnings, 11 flash flood warnings. That might be Canadian. But yeah, let's put that just the United States. There we go. 9 tornado watches, 11 flash flood warnings, and 16 special weather statements. That is the current situation. Right here, you can see that's going to be our inflow. Let's put that back to... There we go. You can see here, this is the reflectivity, precipitation. That's the hook. This is the downflow. So this way is pushing that way, but it's pulling in air this way. So where those meet right there is where we will likely have our tornado. We put it on velocity. That is where it is. So it matches up very well with one another. You're probably not going to see this thing. It's pretty much wrapped in rain. It's some heavy rainfall. If you look at the general top area of your screen right here, you can see that the red there, that is going to be on the higher end of precipitation. Current situation, we have 1 tornado warning out here in Iowa. We're taking shelter. Today we have a pretty serious risk. You can see this yellow area in here is going to be our main area. Also, we did just get a new tornado watch. That's going to be for parts of Michigan and Wisconsin. So the situation is starting to get serious. We must have we have some storms starting to fire up here. So tornado threat is going to be increasing now. Not to mention also we have a big time system tomorrow going into Washington, D.C., Philly, New York, Pittsburgh, Charleston, Cincinnati, Louisville, big time area up north tomorrow. We'll have to keep an eye on that. let's head back to the tropics. Tracking depression 2. Down here, let's go to the nationwide radar. You can see this rotation down here in the storm. We're gonna put it onto the satellite view on the infrared. Once I can get that pulled up, you can see it there. This is a pretty healthy looking storm. It is still a depression, but barely. It is barely a depression now. I think by tonight it will cross the tropical storm threshold, and there is a chance this becomes a hurricane later on. So, back up here to our tornado warning. We're going to be taking shelter for the next 35 minutes, and we'll be right back. So as we can continue to monitor the situation right now, we're going to be tracking this as it continues on to the east. At least for the next half hour, this thing will continue to be on the ground. So we're going to be taking shelter definitely, okay? And we have more storms starting to fire up there, so it's not the greatest situation. Real quick, we'll go ahead and check in on our live feed out of Catawba, North Carolina. Maybe a storm there in the background starting to form. So I'll have to see how that unfolds. It looks like there might be a storm over there in the distance, so. Back to our tornado warning, though. For Grundy Center, Rhinebeck, Dyke, Wellsburg, Trider, and Lincoln. We're going to be taking shelter. This is a very dangerous situation. We're going to check out the velocity mode there. Our couplet's definitely still there. I don't know if it's quite as powerful as it was when we first started looking at this one. Yeah, it's not as powerful, but it is definitely still there and definitely enough to produce a tornado. So we're going to be keeping an eye on that. For the next bit. Let me move over that. Oh, there we go. That looks good. But for Rhinebeck, Morrison, Grundy Center, Holland, we're taking shelter now. Very dangerous situation unfolding right now. Alright? So we're going to keep an eye on that for the next bit. As time continues to go on. Current situation, 1 tornado warning, 10 severe thunderstorm warnings, 11 flash flood warnings, and 9 tornado watches. Big time area out here looking at for tornadoes. This whole area today is under the gun for tornadoes. Not to mention we have an area down here in Florida which could have an isolated tornado or two via our tropical depression down there. Okay, we'll go ahead and check in on that on the infrared. System still looks pretty healthy. It could become a tropical storm as soon as midnight, maybe even earlier, Eastern time. So as that begins to pick up the pace and head west. Current most likely landfall is going to be just south of New Orleans in Louisiana, expected to make landfall as a tropical storm. Current peak forecasted winds are 50 miles per hour. 50 miles per hour south of Pensacola, Florida. So anywhere in this cone, though, it could make landfall. I mean, theoretically, this thing could go all the way down here nearly to Brownsville, Texas. So now, is that the most probable path? No, but keeping an eye on it. Back over here to Iowa, 29 minutes remain on this warning, so just under half an hour now. Rotation is definitely still ongoing there. And the more vibrant those colors, you can look at the top of your screen there. Right here. So these yellows right here is like the most powerful of the winds that are going to be headed that way. I mean, like away from the radar, I mean. And then your blues are going to be on the left side of that. And those represent heading towards the radar. So what you're looking for is right here, vibrant reds next to vibrant greens, the overlay with the reflectivity. Canadian wildfire situation. I actually don't have much on that, but I can look at the satellite. I think I can put it up there, maybe. I can't put this up that high, but I can see this, so. Smoke is definitely not as bad as it was compared to what we've been working with, so. Yeah. Back down here towards tornado warning, though. I don't have anything on that, I apologize, but. Over here, we're definitely going to be keeping an eye out near Grundy Center, Morrison. No debris on the debris tracker, so that's good. I don't have any sign of this being actively on the ground, so that's always good. You can see the, right here, that's going to be your normal, and if you see something like this, that means there could be debris. Now you may be saying, okay, well we have some yellow right here. Well, yes, but that often can be contamination, it could be hail, anything like that. So, it has to align with the reflectivity and velocity, which this currently does not. Yeah, the rain, they've been having pretty good storms up there. In Canada, it's kind of at least put that smoke down from most cities. Currently, 6 people are watching live right now. So hopefully anybody watching knows where this thing is, and they can tell people to get to shelter if they know anybody in this warning, which is in effect for the next 26 minutes. That's not me saying that. That's the National Weather Service official wording. Stay in shelter if you're in that warning for the next 26 minutes. Current situation: tornado warnings 1, severe thunderstorm warnings 15, flash flood warnings 11, tornado watches 9. Why is there a bunch of logos? And the special weather statements are 21. Real quickly, we'll check back up in Catawba, North Carolina, on that storm that's approaching slowly. Cloud cover out there, also some sunlight breaking through. So we'll just have to see how that unfolds. We can look at the models real quickly for the tropical system down south. Keep an eye on that. Back to the tropics. What just happened? Oh, okay, we're good. This is what it looks like currently, but if we push that out, moving to the west, you can see here it's going to make landfall likely in South Louisiana. Then we can push through, and then it makes landfall somewhere maybe again before just dissipating off and go ahead and somewhere after. Damage in Catawba County. I saw some reports on general power line damage and tree damage up towards the Morganton, Eichard, North Lakes, Hickory, maybe even up to Taylorsville, all the way down to Rutherford. There was some damage reports like power lines and some tree damage. So, that was something interesting. Real quickly, I need to check something. Okay, we're good. Alright. So we'll go ahead and check up on the tornado warning. I don't know why the graphic didn't switch over. It just chose not to. Rotation is lining up there towards Rainbeck. I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce that properly. They did just go ahead and kind of shave down that warning a bit, shrunk it a bit. So, yeah. So we'll just wait till we get something. Check in on the velocity there. Look at the wind speeds and directions. Rotation is going to be just about right here. Okay. That is the rotation that we're watching. It's going to be headed south and east. It's headed 50 miles an hour. That's the exact track practically where this thing's going. All right. So we're gonna be taking shelter anywhere in that warning because these things can change directions very rapidly. So we'll be with you as far as this tutorial warning is issued, and most go to live cameras. And when more warnings get issued or something I got to tell you, we'll come back on. All right. But for now, at least for the next 20 minutes, 10, 20 minutes likely, we're going to be staying on and watching this unfold. But for Lincoln, Buckingham, Traer, Rainbeck, Morrison, stay in shelter. You got a bit more to go. Catawba, North Carolina feed. Some clouds in the background there. Nothing too concerning yet. At least compared to this over here. Out in Iowa. Man, what is going on? Trying to see if we have anything. For, Seattle, Washington. I presume that's what you mean. We'll go check on that real quickly for you. Everything looks pretty clear right now. We'll go ahead and pull up the Futurecast for you for the next bit. I don't want the ARRR. Let's do something else. Name 3 kilometer. This is bet right now. Well, actually, this is more right now, but we'll push that forward once it loads. It looks like you're mostly clear for the rest of the day. Tomorrow you could have some showers move into your area right there. Then you're clear again for a bit. And then maybe some of these remnants from our post-tropical system gets up to you, leading to some rainfall. So remaining in shelter for the next 18 minutes here in Morrison, Rainbeck, Lincoln, Traer. So remaining in shelter for the next bit. We'll go check up in the tropics real quickly. Switch that to satellite. This is what you can see if you were in space. What you would see. Right there. You can see the high cloud tops up there. I could put this in 3D, but I don't want to lag the stream out, so we won't do that. I'd rather not crash the stream. You can see how much this thing is spinning. I can push that out further so you can see it spin better. But a very powerful storm is trying to get itself together. Right now, it's just a depression, but that could change. Could change as early as midnight tonight. Why is it like quagging out like that? That's weird. Is it back working now? It's not working very great. Must yeah, my Wi-Fi is a bit weak right now. But back up to that tornado warning. And did we just get a new one? Yeah, we did just get a new tornado warning. Let's go check out that. That's gonna be associated with one of these new storms that's gotten itself together. So tornado warning up near Crystal Falls, Iron River, Caspin, Mineral Hills, Alpha, Mastodon, and Sagola. The tornado warning is going to be in effect for the next 45 minutes. Please take shelter. We're gonna not reflectivity. Wind speed and direction, also known as velocity. Rotational area is going to be right here, just west of Iron River. Alright. Check up on this one down here. 14 minutes left on that one. Rotation is definitely still there. I'm actually noticing some pretty strong inflow. Could lead to another warning being issued right about here. Also, that has maybe a bit of convergence going on up here. So it could be the beginnings of an outbreak, maybe, as time moves on. Adjusted that so you could see that. So actively, 2 tornado warnings are in effect. Our main one is going to be up here right now. I'm watching that one. The closest. Making sure nothing else changed. Okay. So we're still monitoring our 2 tornado warnings up here. Our main one's going to be here in Iron River. We'll quickly show you the live view out of Catawba, North Carolina, as we wait for a new scan. tornado warning remains in effect out here, as we did just get a new tornado warning, alright? I pointed that out. We had some rotation, maybe. And here we go. For the Cooper Country, State Forest Crystal Falls unit, tornado warnings in effect. Wow. That is a signature and a half. We could have a pretty significant tornado trying to come together right now, coming into the Cooper Country State Forest. Take shelter now. I cannot stress enough the fact that you need to get into shelter out here in the Cooper Country Forest, State Forest. I'm gonna see if there's like population out here, maybe a campsite. But I mean, that could be a really something to take into consideration up here. That's gonna be in the UP of Michigan. I apologize. I think that's technically called Crystal Falls unit, state area. But I mean, I don't really see many big campsites. There's definitely looks like maybe a farm, couple businesses on 95, couple structures. So yeah, there's some people in the path of this thing. It looks like it's near Turner right now. Let me try and find the location of Turner. What road is that? Turner Road. But this I can't find any roads near it. But this is definitely a very serious situation. And now a new tornado warning has been issued, and this one's on the ground, folks. My goodness, another tornado warning, and this time it's already on the ground near Kamar Jewel Junction, Ellsworth. This is the most dangerous situation you found yourself in probably in your entire lifetime out here. If you're not taking proper action, there could be a tornado There was one just moments ago, definitely on the ground out here. I don't see it, but somebody obviously has seen it. That could be debris. I'm not confident though, but it is reported to be on the ground. Not sure if that's via chasers or. All right, that okay. Law enforcement. Law enforcement confirmed tornado on the ground near Kamar. So we're gonna be taking shelter now. Very dangerous situation. I'm trying to get this to work. I apologize. No, it's not working on my end. So I did something wrong. Please have patience, so I can get everything back up there. Okay, we're almost back to what it's supposed to be. Sincerely apologize. Here we go. Okay, tornado has been reported. So tornado has been reported out here. So I do need to take shelter. Trying to set up this graphic. I didn't have one prepared for whatever reason. But tornado has been reported and confirmed. So the tornado is on the ground out here. Alright. So we're taking shelter immediately. Very dangerous situation unfolding out here. We'll go ahead, check back up. On our other warnings, we're back down to 3, but still interesting. Tornado. This is just a tornado warning up here, radar indicated warning, not confirmed like the one down south is. We're still tracking some rotation on both of these. We'll have to monitor that. But we're focused on this one down here, which is a confirmed on the ground tornado. Well, that didn't work. How about that? That works. Okay, we're good. Situation is definitely getting interesting out here on the velocity. Couple is starting to tighten up again. And my goodness, is there a new one? Yep, another tornado warning up here in Michigan now. Man, and this one's also the real deal. We gotta be taking shelter out here. A new tornado warning has been issued by the National Weather Service. Areas in effect are gonna be areas just north and west of Marquette. Alright, Marquette, Michigan, we're taking shelter now. My goodness. Yeah, today's not the greatest day to be boating out here on the Lake Superior. That could come down any second, honestly. Well, let's check up on this one real quickly before we head back down. That, wow, I mean, these ones are really trying too. That one may be trying to do something as well. Not immediately, but if that gets stronger, excuse me, it could. Try and get something on going. Over here, it's also trying to get something if it's not already down, which it looks like it probably is on the ground, honestly. So we're taking shelter immediately out here, alright? Immediately taking shelter. Back to our tornado warning right now. We're checking in on severity of that. It's about the same, really. It hasn't changed much. Let's go check up on our other ones, though. One of our other 3 warnings. Like, goodness gracious at this point. Get in hand. Once again, nothing really changed. Definitely enough rotation to put down a tornado with all of these storms, so please do take shelter. Nothing really changed yet on everything. But go ahead and check up on this one down here in Iowa. Definitely a strong storm down here. Let's do the wind speed and direction tab. Nothing really changed, so we're just gonna keep an eye on it now. So we're gonna be watching out for the next little while. Alright, we'll go ahead and check up on everything. Switch over to that velocity, aka wind speed and direction. Rotation is about the same as it's been. So nothing really to report on there. This one did get knocked down to regular, not confirmed or anything like that, so that's good. This is definitely a strong storm though. Either way. But yeah, very active situation unfolding right now. So yeah. Back up to our tornado warnings here. On the velocity, still about the same values. Check back down here near the Jewel Station. Situation is still ongoing. Tornado warning remains in effect. Right now, though, we're not really seeing anything that's like super alarming, like a giant tornado on the ground or anything like that. So right now, we're doing pretty good. We're doing pretty good. Alright, and a new tornado warning was just now issued. Let's go check out that. That's going to be an extension for the current warning that we did have. It's going to be for Ryland, McAllisburg, Zero Lane, Garden City, Story City, Randolph, Jewel Function. Tornado warnings in effect for the next 42 minutes. Taking shelter now. Very serious situation is underway out here. tornado could try and come together pretty soon. As this storm continues on. So our current situation right now with this storm is very dangerous, but check up here. We are down to just 3 tornado warnings, alright? This one is, excuse me, the part of that storm that would produce a tornado is going offshore now. But I do want to watch out for this right here that could end up trying to do something. Keep in mind we still have this storm, which does look pretty healthy. Are we having any storms forming here? Not yet. I'm wondering if they're going to form at all. Hopefully they don't. As this one shifts back our focus to be our main storm once more. I am concerned, though, most certainly, with this storm right here. Excuse me. This storm right here, very concerned with it. This definitely has a water spout ongoing, in my opinion. Out over Lake Superior. Probably a water spout in here, so definitely proceed with caution. If you're a boater, shouldn't be out there really anyway, but yeah. Proceed with caution, especially if you're on the water. As you might be about to experience a water spout. Keeping an eye on this one also. Down here. As tornado warning remains in effect. For the next 33 minutes, tornado warning remains in effect. So we'll go ahead and send you over to the live cam from Catawba, North Carolina.